How to Paul's way of cooking country-style pork ribs. Chef Paul?
Alright, we'll begin by making a marinade for the pork. Let me get a container out if we use this. This will work fine. Okay, I'm going to start by using a small can of tomato paste to make the marinade. And what I did was I cut the bottom and the top so that it's easy to take out of the can. It's also a very clean way to do it.
That's a good idea. I never knew that.
Alright, that's going to be the start of our marinade. I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar, not a lot.
You have to excuse the handicapped chef at this point. He had surgery on his hand.
And we'll add some moisture. We'll add a little bit of soy. This is going to be a good marinade for the nice country ribs we have here. Alright. And we'll do that. And then we're going to add ketchup. About the same amount of ketchup as you have in tomato paste. I just keep squeezing in there until I think I got about the right amount. And that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It
almost looks like the Halloween dish right there.
Now we're going to add a little molasses. Pour that out. There we go, nice and good. That gives it that good sweet taste to go with that vinegar that gives it a little bit of bite. A little cayenne pepper.
There's the real bite.
Add that. I just sprinkle everything in together so I can mix it all in real good. Of course, got to have chili pepper. I use a dark chili pepper. And just get it in there nice, healthy. That's probably 2-3 tablespoons. A little bit of salt. I'm going to have to put salt.
Okay.
That's good. We don't want a lot. We just want enough in there to flavor it. Some pepper. This is black pepper that we're putting in there. Crushed black pepper. Alright. Then I like my pepper, so I'm going to add a little bit more pepper.
Oh boy.
We're going to put in some chili flakes. Chili pepper flakes. And I'd like to get about a tablespoon of those in there.
Talking about turning up the heat.
That doesn't really make it hot, but it does give it a little bit of a kick. And I'll let you taste it after we get it in, mixed up here. And now what I want to do is I want to make sure I mix it all in real good. Just start taking that, and we'll just keep mixing it in. And I'm doing it in a big pan, of course. That's so that I can put them ribs in there and coat them real well. It's a whole lot easier to do it in a pan like this. Another little trick you can use though is you can do this and then put it in a Ziploc bag and then roll your meat in that and it will marinate it. But the thing with this, you want to keep mixing until you get it all mixed real good. You know, should be nice and smooth. That nice thick sauce, that's what's going to coat it and make it taste so good. So we're going to sit there and make sure we get it all mixed in, especially that tomato paste. And from looking at it, looks like I could use a little more ketchup in there. And the ketchup will help break it down.
Oh, it thins it a little?
Yes, it'll thin it out a little bit. I don't think I have quite enough in there, so there you go, I got it. Thank you. And we just, all right.
You know what would be cool? You know how they had the smell thing where you can have, if they had a taste thing.
Oh, I'm sure it smells pretty good right now.
Oh, it does.
But you can see it looks like a barbecue sauce.
Yes, it does. Smells good, looks good. Oh boy, I can't wait for dinner. See, that's a good thing about helping Paul cook or videotape his cooking, because then I get to eat it. Yay!
Now with a little bit of help, we're going to show you how I incorporate lime. You can do this with lemon as well, but I like lime. And what we're going to do is use a fork, and just by turning the fork inside the lime,
Like
you
that.
can get the juice right out of it, and you don't have to make a big mess. And you just squeeze that lime a little bit with your hand, and you just turn the lime right on the fork, or the fork in the lime, and you can get the juice right out of it.
That is so
Just
much
like that.
easier.
And it gets all the juice out of that lime, plus you get a little bit of the pulp. So that's half of it. Now let's do the other half. Just take that thing and turn it. Squeeze it and turn it. Like I said, you don't have to use a lime. You can use a lemon. A lemon works just as well. You could also use a little bit of orange in there if you wanted to. A little orange juice works really well. That way you get all that juice and all that good pulp right out of there. All right.
I think I've emptied them.
I don't know if I had it on pause while we were doing that or not.
Let's see.
I can't tell.
It's paused now, so
it is now,
it probably recorded.
I hope so. Well, we'll learn.
Yeah.
All right, so now, don't want that in there.
There's a little bit more. Do you want this in there?
No.
Okay.
That's good. All right.
See, I never knew that.
What's that?
As much as I struggled to get juice out of a lemon or lime, that's so, putting a fork in and doing that. That's the thing so many people don't know.
And something, all right, now, all right, see how nice and smooth it looks now? Just keep doing that.
All right, tell me when you're ready for me to record.
All right, go ahead and record.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We had it backwards.
Had what backwards?
Now it's recording.
It wasn't recording? What?
Go ahead.
All right, so that's all ready to go. All right, so now let me take care of the pork. The container that I want to use later, I'm going to use this to put the marinade in to coat my meat. So we do it like that. Put it in there, and then we put a piece of meat in there. And we roll that thing really good. You want to get it coated really nice. Just like so. Got a nice coat on that. And what we're going to do is transfer that into our cooking pan.
And this is that copper cooking.
Alright, so that's that one. Just move that over a little bit, and then again, and just repeat the process until you have all your meat covered and coated good. And like I said, we're going to reserve some of that sauce for later. We'll take that and made it. Use that. We'll use the rest of it to make a nice glaze. We'll brush it on later. All right, now I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. And once that comes up to temperature, we'll put the meat that we have marinated into the oven and allow it to cook. You can let the meat marinate. A good thing about letting it marinate now is because it only has to marinate for about 15 minutes, and that'll give the oven time to come up to temperature, and then we can start cooking.
And this is what the beautiful dish looks like going into the oven.